Welcome. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Brian. And I'm here to teach you today about sex. No, I don't know nothing about it. I'm a church boy. Hello Kitty is the most manly thing that you can be into. So I want all of you manly men to stop trying to build your muscles and start looking into Hello Kitty. Trust me, I know it sounds foolish, but you know what you have to do? Let me talk a little bit about what you have to do. You have to have faith, because without faith, Hello Kitty will never work for you. And you have to love everybody and believe. If you don't believe, then Hello Kitty is not going to allow you the opportunity to have a great life. And that's all that we want to talk about today. Is brought to you by Nature's Valley crunchy granola bars. All right, I've been snacking on some Nature Valley crunchy granola bars. It has about it has about 190 calories. That's a lot in 2 bars. And it's been helping me to make some gains, except not here. Right over here, I don't have any gains there, but I'm working on it. All I have to do is eat a lot more of Nature Valley crunchy granola bars. Now, I'm here, I'm sweaty, I'm disgusting, I've been in the rain, I'm approaching 32 years of age, and I'm disgusting. I'm a nasty boy. And I'm here to talk to you about life and being nasty. So, would you care to play a part in this? Do you want me to let my hair down so that you could take me more seriously and not think of me as a girly girl? Because I'm not a girl, I'm a guy. Okay, here we go. Are you not entertained? No. The serious shit is regret. And at a person's birthday, they tend to have a lot of regret. In the background, you could party the night away like this. But when you're finished and you've eaten your McDonald's and you come home, you're alone with yourself, like me in this room. All I have is Custamato and Old Man Joe and Marilyn Manson. I'm 32 years old and I have spent 30 and a half of those years living a lie. And when I say living a lie, I've been brainwashed and brought up a certain way and made choices from those belief systems. I was Mr. Spiritual, I was Mr. New Age, I was Mr. Faith, I was Mr. all that shit. Hardworking, but kind of workaholic kind of person. And I just had no spine. I was a very weak-minded individual, gullible, naive. And my life lesson is, first and foremost, to stop being naive. Don't be gullible. The opposite of that would be to be smart. The opposite of any weak trait is strength and power. And it's a journey. I'm 32 and I've only made my change or become aware of what was really going on in my life at the age of 30 and a half. So I have a little less than 2 years of understanding. Now, I spent the last 2 years planning. And a lot of people don't understand the magic of planning, the greatness in planning. Because in the moment, when you're living life, you can make great decisions. But if you're not trained in it, then you can't be expected to make great decisions if you're trained in the opposite of that. So having a plan is not just about achieving your dreams. It's about training your mentality to be what you want it to be. Muscles, under the arms, smell. One of the main things I realized was that our identity is in our own hands. And, you know, I don't get spiritual. I'm against all this spiritual talk and all this, you know, New Agery and all that. But the part that I love in life is reality, realism. And I love to get real about everything. The fact remains that we as human beings have the power to choose. And you keep yourself grounded in reality, then you're able to see the path much clearer. And that's so important. The cards were dealt randomly as to where you started off. And the parents, the poverty, the psychological distress, traumas, childhood traumas, the weak belief systems that may have been trained into you. It's about how you play those cards. Don't be about all this fucking goodness and... Man, I look at the wall across there where I used to talk all about, you know, all the... I'm taken care of by goodness. You're not taken care of by goodness. Newsflash. And okay, that's where... Let me take this conversation into that. Into the nasty shit. My philosophy has changed from this friends and brotherly love and trust and all of these gross things that people romanticize. You see, trust is a good thing, but when you romanticize it, it becomes a fucked up thing. I'll show you. Many people go out into the world, and then when they go out into the world, they're saying to themselves, I'm taken care of by goodness. And then they are naive, they are gullible. So they walk down paths with all of their faith and their goodness, and they get totally fucked. However, in money, in job, in the choice of their partner, their wife, their husband, their child, their choice to do certain things is fucked up because they're not thinking. And that's what's so nasty, is to bring that up. Because nobody wants to admit to these things. You see, I admit to my failure. And I love my regret, because my regret is what shows me how fucked up things really are. And I don't have to think to myself, oh, well, you know, it's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. The thing is, it's not all going to be okay on its own. Yes, surrender is a part of life, but again, people romanticize it. Action. Strong action. Everybody, 9 out of 10 people are assholes. Pieces of shit. And does that mean that now you will live your life hiding away from the assholes? No, but you learn the lesson and you start thinking smart. You start thinking. You handle people in such a way that you don't give them that which they do not truly deserve. Just because you were brought up to be such a giving, loving person doesn't mean that that's the best way to live life, because many people live it at the expense of logic. When it comes to trusting people, people love to get all romantic about it and, oh, I trust this person, blah, blah, blah. And they lose their sense of reality, their grasp on reality. Confidence in people has different levels. So put confidence in people. Let them work for it. Test people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called being smart. If you come in touch with life, many people think that they are enslaved to the circumstances that they're given. And a roundabout way of looking at it the same way is to now think that God or some spirit or whatever is going to all of a sudden help you because of your change of mindset. Again, it's you who has to go for yourself and change and do the actions that are going to cause good things to happen back at you. You know, we could make all these complicated philosophies and talk about the, oh God, abundance, and talk about, what is it that I always used to talk about, man? This fucking bullshit, The Secret and all of that. Or we could talk about reality. It's so boring, isn't it? To just sit down and say, okay, fuck all this bullshit. Let's be no bullshit and let's talk about reality. Let's look at my psychology and not romanticize a goddamn thing and call weak weak and call strong strong and move forward. It's hard to tell a business person who has their own business, your business is bullshit. You might be hardworking, you might be sacrificing yourself to your clients, you might give everything you've got, but where's the business planning? How did you plan your business? You didn't? Bullshit. No wonder you're fucked up. It's hard to man up. And that's a magic statement to me, because it's so fucking ruthless. I'm trying not to get... It's so ruthless to say to yourself what needs to be changed in your life. And then, even more ruthless, to make that action happen. Everybody has ideas. Does this make sense? Everybody does, but very few execute it. Now, when it comes to executing something, that is where strength comes in. And that is where my change happened. Because, once again, it's easy for me to act nice and good and fit in. It's hard to talk about the realities of life, man. People don't like you. Imagine understanding the ultimate truth that you are alone, and no matter how many friends you have, the only true friend to you is yourself. Imagine understanding that. Do you understand how heavy that fucking shit is? Imagine understanding the fact that we're all gonna grow old and die, and some of us may not even grow old. Life could be here in one moment and gone completely in the next. You know the tragedy that you have to now come to terms with? But that's what we need to be taught, man. We need to be taught how to not be codependent and how to not be weak. It is tragic, but it's only truly negative if we can't take it, if we're not mature enough to come to terms with these life lessons. Everybody likes the life lesson of be good, be nice. My God, how fucked up. What about the life lesson of don't trust everybody just so? What about the life lesson of how to handle people and business and money and protect yourself from the fucked up world out there? How about the life lesson of manning up to a situation and doing the nasty deed of confronting somebody? Listen, it never feels good when you just confront a person. It never feels good. In the moment, if it's something really tough and you have to come at them strong and tough, and you have to say, man, what the fuck is this? No. And you have to say no. Nobody's gonna look at this fucking video, but fuck it. Fuck it. Hatred from the shit that you went through is utilizing your life properly. All that you've gone through did not happen for you to just say, oh, well, I'm mature now, so forgive it and forget it and move on and let me live in denial and delusion about it. That's the past and that's the end. Those things happened to bring you closer to reality. And the more severe and the more negative and tragic, the more the lesson is in it. And any of your hatred is such a huge power that it is there to drive you forward. Drive, determination, give you strength. Yes, it can eat you up. But isn't that how most things in life are? If somebody gave you power and you don't know how to control that power and use that power for good, then more likely than not, you're going to get fucked in the end. Your hatred, your not being satisfied with how you've lived your life is a gift. Your regret, it's a gift for you to learn from. So you could say, fuck all this. Fuck all this. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get strong. I'm going to live life the way I really want to. Action. I mean, I'm trying not to come off as super crazy because I know I am. To me, life is so much to get done and there's so much against you that you have to understand it's a war. And a war requires war strategy, logical thinking. And it's a war not just with people, actual people, not entities and blah, 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 but actual people on the outside. It's a war also, not just, but also with yourself. Who is the one making you feel fear? In the end, it's your decision to be afraid. And I have come to realize that a plan of action is nothing. Nothing without courage. You know, and I have a shout out to do to my brothers online and my sisters. So many of you have helped me and taught me many lessons. And I disagree with all of you on many things, right? Most likely at least. But there are certain lessons which you teach me. And there's one guy who, he has the right mindset, not in terms of other things. I disagree with him on many things, but he has the right mindset in how you approach challenge. Which is you don't approach a challenge and say it's hard, because then you fuck yourself up right away. You approach a challenge saying, this is not hard. This is doable. And fuck it. I prepared myself and I'm ready. I sacrificed and I could do it. In fact, I'm going to make this fucking thing look easy. Is this ego? Is this negative? Is this horrible? Is this being a bad person? Or is this power? We all dislike power struggles. You don't want to think about the fact that your best friend or your own family may be in a power struggle with you, and now you got to fucking man up to it. It's tough, man. It's heartbreaking, because you just want to love. You want to love everybody. Again, love was not meant to be romanticized. But I want to end with some real fucking shit. Right. When my dog died, right? When I took that dog from he was in pain, and vets would say he's not going to survive. And I took that dog from that place of maybe he won't survive to fucking awesome. Not just surviving, but thriving. They said he's not going to walk again. Guess what? Motherfucker. Dog walked again. Hard work. It's a bond. My dog was there with me throughout. Remember, I have been in business for about 5 years. I had to learn all the tough fucking lessons, man. When you give your whole heart and your soul to the work, and you learn the tough lessons of how people fuck you over, that's good. That's good. But it's hard. Especially when you were built not to handle that, not to learn those lessons. My dog was with me throughout all of those lessons. And my dog was so fucking amazing. When he died, I had a mental breakdown. But I needed to learn that lesson, that life is short. And I love that dog. And it's tough for me to even bring this up because nobody understands how much I had invested in that dog and how surprising it is to come home and see him dead. Okay, I'm going to cry. So I need to stop there. But very few people understand the love and the bond with my dog. But I'll stop talking now. But I will say this, that you see that what happened is horrible. But at the end of the day, what do you do? Answer me. What do? You man up to the fucking situation. You got into a relationship with a girl. You loved her with all your heart. She fucked you over. She took everything. She lied. She cheated on you. You didn't think that you was going to marry this bitch and she cheated on you. Either you go insane, slowly going insane by denying the lessons that you had to learn, or you man up and you stop worrying about what the fuck people think is insane. You man up to life, start living life on your own terms. I'm not speaking like I am the best example. I'm just speaking, it's my birthday coming up, and I'm just speaking about what I've been doing and the tough lessons I've had to learn with money, the tough lessons I've had to learn with relationships, with achieving my dream. You know how many people know how to play their guitar and they get the best guitar in the world, and they get the skill to stuff, do all sorts of fucking shit, but they never put the time and the effort, the real effort, into songwriting, into expressing yourself fully. And those who do, It's a rarity for them now to go fucking strong into the world and express. So that guitar that you're so happy about, and your skills, and your this and your that, where's the bravery? Where's the courage? Are you really fulfilled? You shrivel up and you die, or you start saying, well, God will help me, or He will help me, or she will help me, or The best thing you could do is make a plan of action. And you go and you fight that fucking war. It's a goddamn war. And Revolution Free Will is about that war.